to prosper should be inside of me, Kirk Franklin. How are we going to win if we don't know what we're standing for? What do you stand on when you're not standing for anything? And here's what I want us to do this week. I want us to think about what are your top 3 values that can translate into how you parent your kids, how you do your finances, and how you structure your day, and what your boundaries in your life look like. So here's our top 3. I stood in front of a high school assembly last week and I asked them to create habits for mental wellness. But here's the thing, if you don't remember who you are, there's no foundation to create any kind of values or habits. So the first step is, who are you? And who are you without your pain? That often tells you who you really are, because experiences and people and things that happen to us in our life sometimes create a pseudo-self that really isn't us. We need to come back to who we really are. And when you know who you are, you know what you stand for. I didn't know I was courageous until someone called it out of me. I was living under a label of the fat girl in school. But once I knew who I really was, that I am courageous, I was able to create values and habits around that. So who are you? The second question you have to ask yourself in discovering what you value is, what do you dream of? What are the things that you would do if you had all the money in the world, all the time in the world? A lot of us don't have boundaries in our life because we don't have anything worth protecting. We're not living for anything. And so therefore, we just kind of let life happen to us and we react to it rather than respond because we have a dream in our heart and we know we're here for a purpose. Who you are determines your dream. For me, I want people to leave my presence compassionate. I want them to leave ignited with courage. And I want to see our mental health crisis end. And I'm willing to show up until that happens. What about you? What do you dream of? The third question to ask yourself is, what do you want to pass on? What we do in this life is not just for us. It's not about us. It's about what we pass on. I remember bringing up a bunch of youth in front of a bunch of social workers and letting those youth stand in front of them for a moment. And I said, now look at these young people and remember why we do what we do. Look at them and remember that every day you wake up, you do it for them. You don't just do it for you. When you know what you want to pass on to your kids, to people, what kind of legacy you want to leave, you know what you value. And that is so worth protecting. Boundaries are not meant to create walls of protection, but they are meant to protect our identity and our dreams and our legacy. So my challenge to you this week is, get real with yourself this week about, what do you value?